lagi. Kung wala ka, dapat kami ulabi. Puro kaya kapag hindi tulugma.
Rosemary, Rich Wallet. Rich Wallet. Rich Wallet, guys, is our number one wallet. We'll never go to another wallet, okay?
Nope.
Because the Rich Wallet is what we all use. It's in every single one of our pockets. I'll tell you why. It's futurisms.
Ooh.
It's slim, durable, front pocket wallet, offered in carbon fiber, titanium, and aluminum. Over a dozen styles and colors. RFID protection. Lifetime guarantee. If you don't know what it looks like, that's what it looks like. It's like a little toolkit.
Yep.
And
Gooner likes it.
And when I ask people, do you have a Ridge wallet? And they go, no, I go, loser. I spit in their eyes.
And then they hold the Ridge wallet. You're like, my bad.
And then I go, I'm sorry, here's a napkin for your eyes. You don't fuck around with me, you know?
Peasant.
You peasant. Ridge wallet is, I had to fart. Oh my God.
Wait.
I farted in the mic. I'll have to do it again.
Oh my God.
I can't even smell it because my Ridge wallet
Ridge
has
wallet
FRID
is the
protection.
Yeah, RFID
protection, so I can't smell
That's
it.
what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to show, though.
Wanted to show that.
It doesn't. There's no trace
No.
because it has RFID protection.
Can't smell the
Right?
fart. Yeah.
Keeps you from all the
Keeps you
fecal
from all, everything,
debris.
guys. So get Ridge wallet, guys. Tell them about it.
Yeah, so get your Ridge wallet and your fart protection by going to ridgewallet.com, promo code BELLY. Once again, that's ridgewallet.com, promo code BELLY.
You know what I mean? I want to say that I'm a fan because I am. So it's like I got to get that out of the way, and then we'll go into the thing. Okay.
Okay.
I'll rein it in if it gets a little too fangirly. If it gets a little too, fangirly,
yeah.
I'll keep
Because
you in
it's
a
like here's what it is though, dude. Here's what it is. What it is that we've had big people on the podcast, but it's like people that I know, right? Like people that are in my circle, like you run into them, or when I came to LA, I became friends with them and then they made it or whatever. But I've never like somebody that like I went and bought an album, right? And just listened to it, and went, is it on?
Yeah.
Turn it on.
It's on.
All right. And I went, oh, this is good. Right. And then years later, like you see them in like Mojo or some magazine, Rolling Stone, and you kind of you read the articles like this. You go, yeah, that's the guy, Paul. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then there's the other guy, right? And then you run into him at the sports arena.
yeah.
Right when I had to play Santa Claus.
Wait, what was the story behind that?
Oh, he had to
Bro.
go and dress as Santa Claus.
My boy, Mike Halloran, who
Yeah.
worked for 91X, they did some sort of Christmas 91X show.
Yeah.
And Interpol and Alt J and a bunch of bands played. I just went, I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking do it. I said, right?
Solely for the lineup alone.
Right. On the lineup alone. Then I had this like Santa and then Vance, what's his name? Vance?
Vance Joy.
Vance Joy? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him. And then I had to do something with Vance. I'm going to call him Vance.
Okay, fine, Vance.
And then what happened? Well, let's start from the beginning and then,
Sorry, okay.
Yeah, we don't do it this way, okay? Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've never done this before. Welcome to another episode of TigerBelly. I am your captain, Bob. And you know what? I feel good. Game of Thrones, feel good. After that, pretty good. I have my doubts and I have my questions, but other than that,
Okay.
not everything was fulfilled. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you guys a little story. We got George here. We got, what's your name?
Gilbert. Hey.
Khalyla, my girlfriend. Fucknut.
Fucknut.
This
Wow.
one right here, man, from the country, man. He's doing it for real. Okay. A month ago, I got a call saying that this particular person wanted to be on TigerBelly. I couldn't fucking believe it, And I'll tell you why. Because, when I destroy a man in ping pong, dude, it's like when because I'm fat and I don't exercise.
Sure,
and
yeah.
see this?
Yeah.
This hurts.
That
Just lifting my arm like this hurts.
Oh, it's pain. Okay.
Yeah, it's pain. Because I just don't, my body doesn't flow.
Sure.
His calorie burn max is 60 a day.
It's 60 a day.
Wow.
60
Okay.
calories a day.
And that's just by blinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So when dude, like being fat, right? Don't move, right? And I'm being challenged by a white dude, right? To ping pong, it's like blasphemy, friend. It's like, you want to challenge me?
Yeah.
Right?
How did he go about it?
Well, here's the deal. All right, so I played Santa Claus at this 91X
Normal.
concert in San Diego. I did it on the strength of the lineup. My friend Mike goes, all J. I'm like, okay. And he's like, Interpol. I go, yes, I'll do it. Right? So I show up and I see Billy Idol go up. Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty fucking good. He looks a little weathered, but good. You know what I mean? Like he's been through it, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw Interpol go up. I loved it. I was on the side. I was, I don't know how to, but I was dancing,
Burning
right?
calories, yeah.
And then the lead singer, Paul Banks, who's in the room, but I'm not going to,
Won't acknowledge him.
yeah, he just walks up to me and he goes, hey, you play ping pong? Which is kind of racist.
I'm not sure that's how it went.
I don't know. This is just my point of view, and then, you can defend yourself, all right? I'm like, look at this fucking guy, rock star, right? Trying to like challenge. All right, where's the ping pong table?
Yeah.
Right, and right, and he's pretty good though, right?
Okay.
He's not Judah Friedlander or Frank Caliendo good, but when I say it, and then all right, let me just.
I know the rules.
Yeah. That's the rule, right? So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go 80% on this, right?
Oh,
he was
okay.
pretty good, and then in my head, I'm like, go 90. You're gonna have to go 90, right? And I beat him. I think 2 games.
Wow.
2 what? Did he win a game?
No, you barely eked by.
Yeah, I did. 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will add an important piece of information.
Okay, go ahead.
afterwards.
Add the information
Not now.
All right.
No, after you do.
Okay.
When
Anyway,
you're finished bragging about
all
it.
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
then I
yeah.
did it, right? And then I looked him in the eyes. I looked at him in the eyes. His face was like really sweaty. It was probably from the show, or
Yeah.
And I looked
I
at
don't
him
think
and I go,
a single beat of sweat.
it doesn't matter. In my head, this is how it
We're
works.
building it.
okay,
We're building
okay,
it.
Yeah, we're building. In my head, this is how I work.
Yeah.
I looked at this guy, New Yorker, in the eyes, right? And I went, later, dude, right? And you could just see a man die in front of me inside. his just soul, I could just see his soul just like collapse within his eyeballs, right? And he probably wrote a couple songs about it. He probably wrote a couple of songs about it, right?
Wrote a whole album. Yeah.
But anyway, he's the lead singer of one of my favorite bands. It's called Interpol, right? And he's here. Give a round of applause to Paul Banks, everybody.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good to see you.
I don't remember challenging. I remember there was the table backstage,
Right.
And I think that's where we were introduced. Was like next to the table.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
first he wanted a photo with you. This is really how it went down. He didn't just walk up to you and say, "Do you play ping pong?" You wanted a photo with him. You begged Mike Halloran to be like, "Can you please ask him if it's okay to take a photo?"
But was it also it was at that show with the Bowie with Billy Idol and
Yes.
was it Tears for Fears also played that
Yes.
night?
No,
No,
I
no
don't
Tears
think
for
so.
Fears. I thought
Because then I would
I thought
have.
it was
I'm so excited.
I thought it was one of our shows, like a headlining show that we did that.
No, it was. I know that All J played you and Idol, but I don't remember who else.
Okay.
It was like a Christmas, the Christmas show they do every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like New Year's Rockin' Eve kind of.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I
There's so many-
remember. I remember the defeat. And funnily enough, like the other person that has whooped my ass is Judah Friedlander. I've played him at ping pong, and he fucking destroyed me.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really impressed.
He's kind of like a grandmaster.
He's really
Is
good.
he like semi-pro, right?
He's like semi-pro. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at Spin. You know that ping pong club in New York?
In New
Spin?
York, yeah. How did that work out? You just showed up and you were there, or?
I really don't know how I wound up playing Judah Friedlander. Yeah, the memory isn't so.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, a little blazed.
It's funny because Neil Brennan too. Do you know Neil Brennan?
I met Neil Brennan.
Right. So I said that I mentioned that you were going to be on my podcast. He goes, oh, yeah, I know him too. Like he got all cocky about it.
I went to the Comedy Store with him once, I think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I met him, and then we went to the Comedy Store on like a double date, and then that was it. That was the extent of.
And you
we
never
kinda
saw
lost
him
touch.
after that?
Yeah. I'm not great with keeping in touch with people.
Oh, that's.
I know.
Me either. You know that about
I know
me,
that
right?
about you.
Yeah.
I also DM'd you about the ping pong like a year ago.
Did I really?
I did. Yeah. When I first discovered the podcast, I DM'd you actually.
And did I respond to the DM?
No, there was no
Yeah, because I don't know how to.
I'm like,
He doesn't. To be fair, he doesn't know how DMs work.
I don't know how it works,
okay.
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, I want to fucking
Yeah, would
answer
you?
back. Yeah,
Oh, that's
100%
nice.
it was you.
That's nice.
Like, throw me some names if I would DM back. Just give me some names out there.
Bryce Halleck.
No.
No.
Give me some big names.
Okay. George Clooney.
No way. No way.
Chris Hemsworth.
Nah, I don't even know who that is. Right? But this guy, I would DM right back.
Paul Banks.
Yes, him.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, but thank you.
I know he's being really cocky about how he beat you, but the man needed a blood transfusion afterwards.
Describe
No,
that.
but also when you said you looked me in the eyes and you saw, the defeat wash over me, I feel like you did kind of then bounce. I feel like we didn't actually have like a long chat before or after.
It's a social.
I
It's
think.
a self-preservation thing. He thinks the longer he stays in social situations, the worse it's going to get for him, and he will be forced to reveal his true neurotic nature.
Yeah, I mean, I identify with that.
You do?
100%.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous now.
I'm nervous now, too.
pretty- Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's what it is that I always say something that I regret in social situations, right? So,
Your fatty story is one of my favorite stories.
The casting director.
yeah.
yeah. Where I poked him in this. Yeah. So you know that story, yeah. So that's why I don't like talk to people in length, especially like him. I will because I don't give a fuck what he thinks,
Yeah.
right? But when it's somebody, I mean, I love you, I really do. If you die, dude, it would be devastating.
Sure.
Does that feel good?
It feels better.
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
better.
Right? If I don't. Yeah, it would be devastating.
Yeah, it would be devastating.
It would have been.
How about fuck not?
It would have been maybe
Yeah.
back before the problem with my brother, but but yeah, but do you? You don't want to be
I'm
used?
just gonna change. I'm taking this off.
It's warm,
toast.
right?
Oh, you're
yeah,
toasting, yeah.
it's pretty toasty
It
in
is?
here. Yep.
Yeah.
Or he's flexing right now.
Yeah, take it off.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it.
Love for just watching him take his shirt off.
This is so weird.
Oh, he's gonna take.
Now it's weird.
Okay.
I'm all tucked in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was gonna be the same shirt.
Don't be a creep.
I'm not being creepy. That wasn't sexual. What I just did.
Oh my
I just said,
god,
oh
you're
wow.
a
That's
creep.
all. Was that weird?
You did sit back a little bit though.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Yeah. Well, check it out, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And we're back.
Yeah, and we're back. Don't cut that out either, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that whole thing.
With slow motion.
Yeah. It was cute. Now listen, so when people text you, you don't text back right away?
No, I'm actually really good. I'm good with that kind of communication. I'm just not great in social situations. Yeah, even in groups especially. I mean, I think a little similar to you.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
probably for the same reasons that you were just saying, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just sort of social anxiety.
Right.
We're nervous wrecks.
Yeah.
And I have like, if you look at my hands now,
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I always appear like baseline cool, but I actually am constantly dying on the inside.
Really?
So that's
Yeah.
where him and I bond because of that. Because when he wants to bounce, I'm okay bouncing too. I'm not trying to stick around because I feel that same type of.
Yeah, I had an audition the
Anxiety.
other day, and I was in the lobby, and the assistants of this casting director came out, and they go, "Oh, finally you show up, for once." Which is, I want to tell them the reason I don't show up because I'm going to eat it in there, right? Like that's what I want to say, but I give them hugs, and I walk in, and I just shut down. I told her, remember?
Yeah.
I was going to
For
kill
the
myself.
audition part, you shut down?
Oh yeah, they go, "Are you ready?" And I just don't know what the fuck. Like if I'm on a set, I know I have the job. I know how to do it, right? Sometimes, man, in those rooms, it's the same feeling as I have at parties, where it's just like I just shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
And it's
But how do you? I mean, you've obviously done it successfully a bunch of times to get the work that you have.
no, what it is that it's 1 out of every 3 times, maybe. I'll like. There's a couple where I would walk out and go, "Holy fuck, that was actually pretty good." Right, but that's rare. Usually,
I think you
that was a
actually
disaster.
perform better when he's a little underslept and his mind hasn't caught up to what's actually happening yet. So the later on in the day that he auditions, the more he's thought about it, and that's when he fucks himself over.
Oh, I never thought of it
So
that
when
way.
when you don't have enough rest, you're sort of in survival mode. You're kind of just trying to get through it.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking about the tiny little details of it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's because, and this is going to sound really weird, every time I think I'm the best guy for this. Regardless of who's going against me, in my head, I'm like, yeah, but you have to show that, Bobby. And sometimes I don't show it, and I fucking destroy myself. You piece of shit. If you kill yourself, you should relapse, all that fucking shit. And I treat myself so poorly, you know? So it's like, so I do it there, but I do it also at parties. It's fucking
So you
weird.
have do you have performance anxiety? at all?
Not with rock music and being on stage doing songs, but pretty much in any other context. Yeah. I mean, I always I settle in, but I tried some acting, and that was a really interesting experience because I was so nervous for the read. Just even the read when you're in the room with the actors.
Yeah.
And it's the worst if you're trying to act. If you're feeling anxious, everything is the worst. You know? So especially just all those people and everyone's so natural reading the lines, and I really found that very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Then we shot, and it was we did 14 takes, and fortunately for me, 13 takes there was a camera problem, or at least that's what they told me, or it was a really long shot where we had to go through a hallway, and the cameraman had to follow the actors, and so there was a lot of moving pieces to the scene.
Right.
So I got to do all these, I got to do 14 takes. And by the 14th one, I finally relaxed into the scene. And then I felt that's what acting is. And that's really fun to just sort of be in that moment and free. And you're not thinking about what you're supposed to say or what they're supposed to say. You're just kind of doing, I don't know what it is, but it felt good.
Yeah. But that's
I imagine that might be the payoff you're talking about when you actually have.
When you do it, that's the payoff. But when you're auditioning, that's not what that is.
Yeah.
It's a competition to me.
Yeah.
Instead of being my mentality being, show them what you would do with it, right? I don't think that way. I think you have to win. When you have the job, I know that I learned from guys like Jamie Kennedy. He's he's an okay actor, but I remember I did a movie with Jamie Kennedy where he said one line 40 times in a row. And I go, what is that? He goes, I'm doing a run. So they'll just take whatever the best sounding one is. I go, wow, you can do that? He's like, yeah.
Wait, on camera acting it out, he just repeated the same line over and over?
Yeah, it's his coverage, right?
Yeah,
and he has maybe one or two lines. He'll do those two lines over and over. Huh. And then in editing, they just pick the best one, right? Yeah. But in an audition, you try one time. Go ahead. Okay, thank you. And you're like, I don't get another try?
How long is the scene usually when you do that?
Oh, man. Some of them are pages long. In fact, for Stranger Things, because I didn't know it was Stranger Things because it was different. It was a different title.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was going to get it. And it was so long that I'm like, I'm not going to get this. So that was, and then they were like, we like him.
I think I taped for that.
Oh, really?
I think I did. I mean, I don't know if it's the same part, but I taped for an episode of that.
Was it for a school teacher?
No.
For Asian school
No, I
teacher?
think when she's on the lam with that group of misfits,
Yeah.
they're in a factory somewhere. I think it was one of those.
yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
one of those dudes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you tape it on your own? You had to go to
I
a
taped
place?
it on. I was on tour. It was in a hotel room. I think RZA didn't help me with that one. RZA helped me with another one, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
RZA was
he filmed
helping you
it.
with self-tapes?
Yeah. He was in a hotel room on tour. I know. He's a good actor.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
yes.
RZA is a good actor.
Very good.
But I also read somewhere where that's something that you've done, younger, when you were younger.
A buddy of mine wrote a script that was really cool, and then he wanted me to be in that film, and he had no budget, so we were going to do a teaser trailer where the idea... Yeah, can I get a tiny bit more juice on this?
Yeah.
I feel quiet.
Bobby's very
Give him
loud.
juice. Give him the juice, man.
He's got the juice.
All right.
So we shot a couple scenes that were then spliced together to make a trailer, and that was then supposed to be used to get funding for the feature, but that never happened. So I did the trailer. And
Yeah.
that was, I think the only dialogue was a voiceover, or I was on the phone and there was no interacting with another person.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that is harder. Would that be harder to you to just recite a monologue into a phone if you have nobody?
I would imagine that would be pretty hard.
I think that would be hard.
It's my only experience with it. But
Yeah,
it
that
wasn't-
would be-
It wasn't easy. And then I asked a really great actor actually for advice on that. Brady Corbett.
Oh, yeah.
Who's now a big director.
Yeah.
And his advice was to do nothing. I kind of read it through, just read it off the page to him. And he's like, hey, just do that.
Yeah.
Just do nothing. which is easier said than done.
It's I have a hard time doing those, and also science jargon.
Oh yeah,
Like medical science jargon, I can't retain because I don't know what they are. Everything. I'm now memorizing just sounds, because I've never heard these words before, right? So the aklak disease.
So what if they offered you just this like lifetime dream role on Star Trek, and it required you to speak like Jean-Luc Picard?
You are the doctor at Star Trek.
I'm watching that show because of you.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Next
because there was,
Generation?
well, also
Really?
a buddy of mine was also telling me about it, and then I
Yeah.
heard you say something about season 2, like an episode that changed your life.
Inner Life, season 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so wait. All right, so I'm
Yeah.
I watched the Netflix, the new one. There's no season 5 to that. So I'm
No,
watching
I'm
the wrong
done.
thing.
No, not the next. It's okay. But Paul.
I watched 2 seasons of the wrong
No,
Star
don't
Trek.
watch that. Don't watch that. Watch the old school
Next Gen.
Jean-Luc Picard ones, right?
with Data and
yeah, with Data.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make fun of Data, Paul.
No, he was a great
Yeah, he's
character.
great. Yeah.
Okay.
But there was an episode called Inner Light, right? You have to watch it. It's
Okay.
really good sci-fi, I think.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have an amazing sponsor. What's that? What's going on? Oh no!
23andMe, learn about your history. I did it. I did 23andMe.
I did
I
it
sent it
too.
in. I spit in the thing. I went over there.
Yep.
It's genetics, right? Is it?
It's genetics.
It's genetics and
genetics.
everything, right? That's
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah.
And I found out I was 10% Japanese, 90% Korean.
Oh.
I found out about other things that I'm adaptable in certain atmospheres. What was it?
Atmospheres?
Something like that,
So you can
right?
go to other
Yeah,
planets.
Yeah.
You're an elite power athlete.
I'm an elite
it's
power.
part of your makeup.
Yeah, and I can see things.
Yep.
But especially now this Mother's Day, for a limited time only, 23andMe is taking 30% off their health and ancestry kit until May 13th.
Ooh, $30 off. Yeah.
That's what I said.
That is a percent.
I said?
You know what?
And 23andMe Ancestry Kit is a perfect gift for Mother's Day. Celebrate what makes mom special with personalized genetic insights on her health, traits, and more. With the Health and Ancestry Kit, you and your mom can celebrate your genetic similarities.
You know what?
And-
Your mom would love this. She really would. You know how she's very, very curious about her history, but she doesn't have she doesn't think something like this is possible for her to look into.
Yeah,
we should
she's
get her
gonna,
it.
she's gonna love it.
Yeah, she's
We're
gonna
gonna
love
do it. Tell them about it more.
Guys, this Mother's Day, get $30 off 23andMe's Health and Ancestry Kit at 23andme.com/TigerBelly. That's the number 23andme.com/TigerBelly. Again, that's 23andme.com/TigerBelly. Offer ends May 13th.
I want one last thing I want to say
Yeah.
about it too is that a lot of these ads like 23andMe are like our family. We're constantly doing them because we really believe.
Yeah.
We would think they're good products.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it.
So check that out,
Check it
guys.
out, mother.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Wait, is the new one good?
Well, there's this review.
When I started, I thought maybe they were winging it. They had like with Lost, when people kind of lost interest in Lost, it was like that sense that they don't know where they're going with this.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like doing stuff.
Yeah.
It felt a lot like that. Then it came together, and I did enjoy it. Yeah.
So you watched Lost.
Yeah, I watched Lost.
Yeah.
You know, I can't. You know, he. I guess for its time, it was a pretty great show.
It was great. In
But
the
if you
beginning,
ever
it was
try
good.
watching it now,
Well, I tried to watch it with you.
and could you get through it?
No.
What's wrong with it now?
Because of, I think, because of Handmaid's Tale and because of Game of Thrones and all these other things that we're like watching, it looks cookie cutter because it's network TV. And at the time, like network television, especially like prime time, Lost was revolutionary.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, that fucking pilot is filmed like a film.
With the plane crash on the beach. Yeah.
When he's running through the fucking forest all scared and the effects, it were fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
With the plane carnage and all that and people running around, it was crazy.
But I feel like what was great about that show, though, is there was really charismatic actors. There was really strong characters in that show. The blonde dude and the other dude that were always like out alphaing each other, love interest, and then the guy who's in The Hobbit, who's married to the actress that was in Lost.
He played Charlie in the show.
Yeah. Dominic.
Dominic.
Yeah.
Like really strong.
Right.
And then
he
Locke.
is- Right.
John Locke.
But Dominic's also character shooting heroin in the
He's the
fucking
rock star.
bathroom
Yeah.
while the plane went down,
Yeah.
right? was like very edgy for television.
And Daniel Day Kim being a very like a machismo kind of Korean husband.
Yes, and
That
it
was
was
a really good
so. Dude, that's a good point because
Yeah.
in terms of Koreans, that was the closest I've ever seen an American, like an English speaking film or television show where I went, that seems like a real Korean dude.
But he spoke Korean in it.
I know, but it's even his
Mannerisms,
attitude and
yeah.
the way he talked to his wife
Yeah.
was so Korean. It would be one of those things where if I was an American producer, I'd be like, it's too harsh, man. You know, when Koreans would be like, no, that's exactly how
That's normal.
we talk, right? So yeah, you're right. I mean, that show, when they went to the 70s, remember if they did time traveling in the 5th season?
They jumped the
70s?
shark.
They did a whole year.
went back to the 70s,
where
yeah.
they did it they time traveled.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, because
That sounds
because
terrible,
most
man.
people,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, left the show after, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
didn't.
sounds 70s, really?
Fuck that
Now,
show.
do you watch Game of Thrones?
I do not.
Okay, got it.
Why?
I do not. I thought about that. I know you guys are big fans. And I've seen from social media that some shit is popping off right now. It's
Yeah.
a big deal. But
Yeah.
it just resumed and there's been a few episodes and everybody's loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a
I
thing?
just
Final
I don't-
season.
Yeah.
I mean, I love sci-fi, and I like. I have no problem with dragons. I just don't give a fuck about Game of Thrones. There's nothing from the outside that I've seen that that draws me out. Like I don't care. I don't care about. And no one's gonna relate to that, I suppose. But I just don't care.
please,
We can't.
But
you can't
look,
fight him on this.
What I'm saying
I'm not
is,
gonna.
Tell
I'm not gonna.
but I'm not.
George, we had the ping
I'm
pong
not
table?
saying I watched. I would love to play. I feel like it shouldn't be as bad as if I said I watched 2 episodes and I said fuck that. Like I've never seen it.
Right.
It's just I've never had the inclination to check it out. It's not that I checked it out and didn't like it.
It's funny that you say that, Paul, because it's just funny that you say that because I had dinner with a comedian, my friend Johnny Sanchez. He said the same exact thing. He was a little bit more like, assholey about it. It's a hype thing, man. It's like, I don't like fantasy, bro. And it's all I don't like, I missed the train. Like, fuck it. Who gives a shit? That kind of mentality. And I'm like, cool, relax, right? You were very calm about it, and I get what you're saying, okay? And I get what you're saying. And
Get the fuck out of my house.
No, I'm not gonna get the fuck out of here. No, but
Rocks.
I get what you're saying. But see, here's the thing, though. You said you saw 2 seasons of that Star Trek, right?
The wrong Star Trek.
I know that. I know that
The wrong Star Trek.
right. The wrong Star Trek, right?
With yeah.
Right.
It has
no
it
data.
has redeeming elements. Yeah, no data.
I'm
No data.
sure they do.
No Jean-Luc.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. Okay. You saw probably 4 seasons of Lost. These are the things that I know about you right now. Okay. I just want to let you know, FYI, that's what the kids are saying lately, right? For your information. Yeah, thank you. Okay. It's just that this show exceeds them. It's almost as they're different art forms.
The way that I've heard, and I get on the bandwagon eventually. Like I watched, The Sopranos. I watched Breaking Bad. I watched The Wire. I was actually early.
The
I
Wire.
was early on in The Wire.
Me too.
And and Breaking Bad was one where it had ended when I watched it, and it was just like everyone's saying this is the fucking business. I'm going to check out the show, and then I loved it. I hear the same things about Game of Thrones, and I trust that everyone around me is not wrong. I trust that it's actually really great.
Yeah.
But because I suppose that's like an investment, like now I'm gonna have to eventually watch like all of it, and that's a whole thing for me. So
Right.
it's almost similar to why I don't like pay attention to professional sports or anything, because it's like or video games. For me, I'm aware that it could be so deep and consume me. To really participate in it is going to be this whole time commitment that I don't have to spare.
Right.
I think if you were to catch up now, it's 70 hours total.
Yeah,
That's
brutal.
a lot of life, babe.
Yeah.
70 hours.
That is. I'm gonna say. You know what? That's
Good answer.
a great answer.
Fucking good answer.
That was a fucking good answer, right? And I've never heard anyone say it like that. And am I being too?
No.
Take it down.
No, you're fine.
Hey,
Why
don't
are
look
you
at me like-
looking at me like that?
Yeah, it's a good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I've never heard anyone. That was very clear. You're a busy guy. You have different projects you're working on, but you did watch. You had time to watch Star Trek. You know what I mean? So that
2 seasons.
2 seasons of it. So
I mean, you really struck me when you said that it like changed your life. I was like, I gotta see that.
Paul.
And then I forgot which podcast it was from, so I couldn't go back and check what episode specifically.
Yeah. But Paul, it's also when I say it changed my life, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go watch it.
Oh, I'm interested because I love sci-fi.
Good.
And I grew up. I actually in high school I was watching Next Generation while it was airing. I came home from school and watched it.
You and I are
every day.
very similar in very many ways.
Did you remember the one where they like go into some plane where the organism's like only visible in 2D, so they have no idea why they're like locked in this thing?
Yeah. I know
That
that
was a
one.
good
Yeah,
one.
that was a very good one. Yeah. Okay, you and I are similar.
Yeah, I think so.
In many ways.
Your movie choices were on a similar wavelength.
I think musically too.
Well,
I'll
think
tell you
might,
something
you
about
might
me.
know more. I'm not hip to Red House Painters, and I probably should be, for instance.
No, but you know what though? I am hip to the Pixies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I grew up with Surfer Rosa, Doolittle, Bossa Nova, Trompe Le Monde, right? I grew up with Television, Marquee Moon, all those CBGB bands, right? I grew up with Joy Division, all that stuff, right? And this is the dick sucking part. I'm not gay, but I'm only saying that because okay. But I'm just say this, all right? But I have to say it, okay? Right. It's just that I honestly believe that Interpol, right, and is like to me a Joy Division or a Pixies or Pavement or even I also loved GB Guided by Voices growing up. You know what I mean? I loved Alien Lanes, all those like lo-fi albums. But I'm telling you right now, that's that your shit. Even when you Julian Plenty and that song Run, I love. You know what I mean? It's so catchy, right?
Only If You Run?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you wrote it, right?
Yeah, I wrote that one.
Okay. yeah. But what I'm saying
Thank
is
you very much.
that
I mean, that's
so.
huge.
This dude. I mean, having you on. I mean, I'm not intimidated anymore. I'll tell you why. Because I know athletically, I have you.
Superior.
I do.
It's been established, yeah.
But it's also
With witnesses. Yeah.
not only witnesses. It's a proven fact, right? Athletically, I'm above you. Okay.
You know,
So
he's actually one of the most agile people
Thank you,
I've
baby.
ever met.
He's a great,
Thank you, baby.
great ping pong player.
And beyond that, he's a great hockey player and also a great tennis player.
Oh, I play tennis. I grew up playing tennis.
Next challenge.
All right.
I'll play you tennis.
All right.
Here's the deal. We're getting. I think that one house because that one house.
Please don't say
no,
the
just-
one by the,
I'm not gonna
the
say
tennis
that.
club.
No, not the tennis club house. Right. I'm buying a
He
house
said
right now.
something so absurd the other day. We passed by a country club with tennis courts, and he was like, "Oh, I want to sign up for that place." And I was like, "Well, we have a free one next door." He's like, "I only play tennis where I can pay."
It feels better when you have a membership, right?
Because there's going to be somewhere where you can like buy a sandwich,
Right?
go to the bathroom.
Right.
They have
I'm with
bathrooms
you.
in this.
No. Yeah, but then you have to fucking share it with people that you know.
Okay.
You want the clubhouse? Yeah.
I like. Did you grow up with country clubs?
No, but with tennis clubs.
Or with tennis clubs?
Yeah.
What do they have that public ones don't have?
Things like that, like a refreshment area, somewhere to sit and have
Right.
a sandwich or some
Right.
hot food.
You're not
Somewhere
around
to,
poor
like,
people.
somewhere
You're
to
not around
sit.
poor.
That was the third point I was going to make. Specifically that.
Yeah, but there is like you want an electrolytes, right?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
You want bonbons if you want a little treat, right? Because
Okay.
it's hot,
All right.
right? And if Paul and I were playing, we don't have to wait forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Julio and Juan are playing. You know what I mean with hockey sticks.
Why did
You know what I
they
mean? In the
have to be
public.
Mexican?
I'm just saying, right? In the public one, right?
Yeah.
There's a homeless guy sleeping in the public one. We have to wait for him to wake up.
And also, if the surface is fucked up,
That's right.
That's.
That's exactly my fourth
You were
point.
thinking that
Do
too?
you like clay? What do you like to play on?
Oh, I'm a grass man myself.
Grass.
Yeah, I'm a grass man. Yeah,
Where
yeah,
did you
yeah.
play on grass?
By Poway.
Okay.
Yeah, where I grew up. Yeah. We had grass ones. We just had a regular one, but
Isn't grass? That's like the rarest because it's the
I was
hardest
just kidding.
to maintain.
Paul, I've never played on grass.
That's only like Wimbledon.
I know.
You don't play the French Open? Smitty?
No.
You had to
But
claim
so
that?
you have rackets, Paul?
I do. Yeah.
But they're in New York.
They're in New York. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I want to do with you.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like like I'm looking at a little boy, a little lost, and I want you to be able to pick up the sword, right, and swing at the, swing for the fences. I want you to be able to defend your pride. All right.
After the humiliation of the.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Because that was a huge, gigantic defeat on your part.
I mean, shit talk and ping pong.
Yeah. Right.
They all, so I understand and I respect where you're coming from.
Thank you.
And I would,
Thank
I would
you.
love to.
It feels good to win, though.
It does.
As well.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will shower you in shit talk after I defeat you.
Yeah.
In a rematch.
Yeah.
Because what? All right. We'll say we're 2-0. You're up 2-0.
Yes.
So it's best of 5. So it's not even really decided.
I think that I want to be friends with you.
Yep.
So let's just make it longer than 5. Let's make it a best of 10.
Best of 10.
Are we
Yeah.
talking ping pong still or tennis?
Just fuck tennis. We're not gonna. Him and I are never gonna play tennis.
Okay. So
Let's get real.
Yeah. Ping pong.
Ping pong. But we're buying a house now. We're gonna get out of here. And in my head, we are. And now I made a decision. Just based on the ping pong,
yeah.
that one place has area to put up a ping pong.
We're putting a ping pong inside the house.
The house, yeah.
Which is,
Got to be inside the house.
It's got to be inside the
Can't
house.
have
The wind.
oh yeah, I know, but can it not be like in the middle of the living room?
It's not gonna be in the living room. I'll just
There's not enough space.
when I fucking go there, right? I'm gonna show you tomorrow night.
Okay.
We're gonna go look at it again
Okay,
at night.
okay.
All right. I go. This is where the ping pong. This is where Paul's defeat happens. This is where you know what I mean. The man Paul Banks spiritually dies in this area, right? He's got the talent.
only to be reborn in a rematch.
Oh, you think you're gonna be
Because when
you're
I
a
warm up,
phoenix?
was my backhand loose that night?
Yeah,
or
it
did
was.
did I mention that sometimes like when I'm starting it gets a little it's stiff and the ball's kind of I don't have my control.
Right.
And then I get the top-spin, I get the whip going.
Right.
And then
14
when the
takes.
whip is going.
Right.
He's 14 takes. 14 takes.
Then it's kind of like I don't know if you're winning
Yeah.
again. Like I don't
The
know.
whip.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, you were right. I think I recall you started getting better, and the reason why I bailed.
Oh,
That's why?
Yeah.
Do you know? And you know that's why, right?
I do not know that's why.
Well, did you see him gradually become paler and paler?
I was.
I could hear him wheezing.
Oh, really?
I was bleeding internally.
Yeah.
I do remember. I was sweating a lot actually.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. We went into
at
okay,
it.
Good.
This is
good.
when you were
Good.
still smoking like 2 packs a day too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I
How,
was
how are
smoking-
you doing? You vape?
Yeah,
Tobacco?
2 years now. Almost.
2 years,
Yeah,
yeah.
no cigarettes.
So that was, did you just stop smoking and you took up vaping?
Do you still smoke?
Yeah, I do, man.
Are you dipping right now too?
Dipping?
Yeah.
What's that? Like tobacco?
Yeah. Do you dip?
No.
Oh, okay. But you still smoke
Yeah.
a pack a day?
I smoke a lot, man.
Yeah. It's I was a pack and a half a day since I was 18.
damn.
And 47.
Yeah.
And was it hard? Very, because I've been sober off of drugs too, right? It was harder than anything I've ever had to quit. But I could. One night I was doing a show in, where is it? Idaho, Utah.
No, it was Utah.
Utah at this club called Wise Guys, and the elevation's high, and I was on stage. I could not fucking breathe, bro. I couldn't do the show. I was barely getting the words out, and I ended my set like abruptly, and I just left the stage going, I think I'm gonna die, and I just knew I had to quit, But it's hard. Have you tried to substitute it with this?
No. No, I want to like address the. I was asking someone why I didn't understand how hypnosis might work with regards to quitting cigarettes, because I figured like that's not going to have any chemical effect on whatever part of you is craving this chemical. And then I realized someone pointed out that smoking is a gestural habit. And so then I was like, oh, okay, so like hypnosis might address like this action that you're used to, as opposed to, it can't do anything physiologically to you.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I would probably just replace, with vaping. I'd probably just vape incessantly, and then I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the tobacco lobby who's telling you that like vape chemicals are super fucked up and they're just as bad. Have you not read any of this?
I know that this is harming me in ways that cigarettes didn't.
But still, it doesn't have the same amount of carcinogens as a cigarette does.
Right,
because
right.
just cigarettes in general is just packed with a bunch of
It's like the
excess
worst.
stuff.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
worst.
so even though this isn't good, it might still be the lesser of two evils.
Right. Okay. But because I know I would do it currently, it would be another compulsion.
Right.
Right.
So
And
I'd rather,
on top
I
of
want to
that,
do like cold turkey. Like I don't.
You're
suck on
not
things
wrong
anymore.
about that, because I think that your threshold for nicotine is actually higher because these are pure nicotine salts.
Yeah.
So if he were to ever go back to smoking, he would smoke 4 packs a day to get to the level of how much he's actually taking
Are you
in from
being
the
real?
vape.
You think so?
How do you know a lot like with medical things?
I was a biochemistry major for a long time, but I was also a nurse for a very brief time. But I've been fascinated because my dad was a big smoker, and I've been just fascinated in general about the difference between vaping and cigarettes. But it is a pure nicotine salt. I guarantee you you smoke it more now than you ever did with cigarettes. Think about the time in between.
I know. It's a bummer.
It's
At
a
least with
fucking
cigarettes,
bummer.
you have to step out. You sort of had to make a thing of it.
Yeah.
I know.
With this, it's like you can be
here's-
in your sleep and
I know
do it.
that Paul has the same thing as me in terms of like this action is associated with other things like behaviors like when I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
Before you do a show, right? You have a cigarette, right? After a show, it feels good to
talking
have,
on the phone.
Right. yeah. Waking up in the morning, it's nice to have a cigarette, right?
I try and resist that one.
Really?
That one feels dirty. Yeah.
yeah.
The early one.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Yeah. But there's like after sex was one for me, you know? It was just one of those things that I associated stress. When I'm in when Oliver Hudson is on set and he has a cigarette between takes, I watch him and I go, I wish I could, because that's what I used to do. There's just something cool and
I get that, but you know what I found even more interesting was a friend of mine who has been smoking since the age of 15 recently just got pregnant, and she was able to quit everything. And mind you, she's a person who swore that she could never quit cigarettes, never quit vaping. She just was somebody like you, where she associated all the good times in her life or all the relief from anxiety with cigarette smoking. But as soon as she found out she was pregnant, it was not even a big deal for her.
I heard pregnant women get like a extremely sensitive sense of smell.
That's true. Yeah.
So I feel like for
Especially in
them
their
it's like
first
suddenly
trimester.
like way grosser than it ever was maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But she just dropped it, and she's like, I suffered for 3 days, but after that, it's a lot easier.
I
than
could understand
thought.
if there was a baby inside you, right?
But-
and me going, there's literally a baby inside me, right? I'm gonna have to quit.
But she expected a longer suffering, is what I'm saying. She expected to be down and out for weeks and craving it and all these things.
I see what you're saying.
And she was out for like 2.5 days, and she was like, actually, this isn't so bad, and that's it.
She's better.
Yeah.
She's stronger than us. I don't know.
She's not, though.
I want to, a buddy of mine who just quit, I asked him what he did. I was like, is it Chantix or hypnosis or how did you quit? And he said that it was he did the easy way to quit smoking, the Alan Carr method.
What's that?
It's one that I've heard a couple people say they like quit cold turkey off of this. It's some dude who wrote a book and then he would do seminars. And if you went to one of the seminars, you'd, I guess, listen. I don't know all of this. I might be wrong on some of this. Like a 2-hour seminar, then you go outside and smoke, then you come back in, do another 2-hour seminar, then you go outside and have like your last cigarette, and then you never smoke again.
Whoa. What?
And so I bought that was what one person told me years ago. So I bought the book, and I was starting to read the book, and the idea being like you read this book, and then you smoke your last cigarette, and then you're done. So I was scared to quit smoking, so I didn't finish reading this book. but what I gathered at the time...
you wanna finish the book?
Check it out, man.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then I figured... Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tough habit, man. But what I think the key element to this dude's premise was that it's in the tobacco industry's best interest to make everybody believe that this is like this impossible habit to kick. But in fact, and this is where I'm not sure I have the information exactly right, but what I took away from it was that nicotine as a chemical after you smoke a cigarette is like cycled out of your system in like 8 or 10 hours. So if you took a drug test like 12 hours later to detect if you've been smoking, you wouldn't be able to. Wow. So technically, if there's literally nothing in your system, there's no it's like you were never a smoker 12 hours later.
Wow.
So it's not like heroin where there's like actually some kind of chemical dependency that's going on.
Yeah.
This shit is all like there's nothing in you now.
Because nicotine itself is just a mild stimulant compared to caffeine.
Right.
Right?
Is that
That's
right?
what they compare it to. Nicotine in its purest form is not actually terrible for you. It's just what nicotine is packaged in.
But it's not. But I've never thought that nicotine addiction was physical, right?
Oh, okay.
It was always psychological.
All right.
For
Well,
me.
I think you're right.
Right.
And so
I think it's
that's
psychological.
what he's saying. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess his point is like just don't light up another one.
Yeah.
Just like you're not actually in need of that thing.
Yeah. Well, can we just do that now with you?
I haven't read the book, man.
I know,
the book
but
yet.
like you have cigarettes on your jacket?
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you smoke, by the way?
Camel Lights.
Oh yeah.
Camel Bleu.
I love Camels.
Nowadays?
Yeah. I was a what was I? American Spirits kind of a guy. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet it's easier for him to quit cigarettes than it is for you to quit that. That is.
You know what she's doing? She's trying to get us both off of something, and it's not going to work.
No, because I
It's
have-
not going to work
through
for
your
me,
bullshit.
but it might work for you.
It's never going to work for me either.
But I'm serious. I think that vaping is a much more difficult habit to quit.
Go back to cigarettes.
I shouldn't have mentioned it.
I don't know. It's okay. Here's the thing. It's okay. Here's the thing. Shut up. Fuck. I love you, but shut up. Okay. Thank you, Bryce. Here's the thing. Okay. Sorry. I quit all alcohol and drugs. Okay. I quit cigarettes. Okay. This is the last thing. Okay. And I'm in a, it's stressful doing what you do, right? There's levels of stress that you go through, and I just don't know right now if I want to get rid of the last thing, because I am, stressed out a lot of times, and it's like, it's my last thing. I'm not like Steve O, Steve O's like a vegan, and everything's so pure now with him. I'm not like that. I'm like, I just I love Steve McQueen. You know what I mean?
What is that?
Steve McQueen, the actor, like, he's just a gritty guy. I like,
Oh, you want a flaw? You want a vice?
Yeah.
You want to be a bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't do it like that, Paul.
You want to be a bad guy.
yeah.
I get it.
I want to be, and I was,
Yeah. I mean, you're right though. You have done a lot of positive things, so I mean, you should commend yourself for staying off all the other things. Oh. No, I mean, I hear you, man. I hear you.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have a favorite sponsor here.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Quip, quip, ba-bum, ba-bum. Quip, quip, ba-bum, ba-bum. Quip, 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 quip. Quip is a, I'll say this right now. If my brother used Quip,
Yep.
right, he would have teeth.
Wow.
He would have normal teeth. This stuff.
Life-changing.
Right. It's time for spring cleaning, guys. Quip's got an easy way to start with your brushing habits. Just 2 minutes twice a day can help pave the way to healthier mouth and mind. And now the whole family can get refreshed with Quip. The new kids Quip, I got it.
Yeah.
It's fun to use. That's the most important thing.
And it gives you a little like notification when you've been brushing long enough.
Right. It gives
Ooh.
it tells you, because your own mind don't do it. My own mind doesn't do it.
That was my problem. I always brush too short.
I do it too long where my mouth started bleeding.
Oh, so you need someone to remind you to stop.
To stop. Yeah. Tell them about it.
Guys, that is why Bobby loves Quips and why over 1 million happy, healthy mouths do too. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/belly right now, you can get your first refill pack for free. That's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/belly. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Can I ask you, and I want to ask you, I know you talk about music all the time. I just try not to do it, but I can't do it. But I just wanted to, because I just have a couple, because I'm a fan, right? Is that when before your first album came out, Interpol, did you know that it was going to kill it the way it did?
No, not in terms of having a commercial, reaction. And I think we were actually fortunate because the Strokes broke. And so then like indie rock was having this moment out of New York City and everybody was ready for, new indie rock from New York City.
Right.
I think that helped as far as like how widely we were received.
Yeah.
But what I did really know was that that everybody in the band was really talented. And when we got our final lineup with Sam, our drummer, and we had Carlos, I was, I just felt like these guys are, if we need more than this, then I don't know. I felt very confident that we were capable of doing great music, but like who knows how it's gonna be received.
Right. But when the critics, because it was so critically acclaimed,
The
as
first
well.
one was, yeah,
and people just loved it, and it's like, I just don't know. I feel like that just for your first album to have that kind of fucking heat, it must feel so good, I mean, it's like, but your sophomore album though. Usually there's a slump, they say, right?
Yep.
But I'm sorry. I mean, this is an album that you started.
Antics.
Yeah, Antics, right? is in many ways better than the first is great, but to follow it up with Antics was like, oh my God, like they're consistent. You know what I mean? Did you feel good about Antics?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great phase in the band, and I think we had an idea. We were super mindful of the sophomore slump thing, and also I remember being very mindful of not waiting too long to get the second one out, which we had to have like band meetings about because Carlos kind of wanted a break in that period of time, and I had a sense that like, you know, we really got to do the 1-2 punch, so to speak, for the reasons that you just said. So I think we were, you know, aware, and I think we did the right thing at that time.
But I like the direction now, though.
Cool.
It's experimental.
Cool.
It's right. I mean, it's like that. I forget the last album was Marauder. Right. It's so good. Like some of it's like, because I know you like sometimes when you listen to early Blonde Redhead or whatever, right?
Oh man, what a band!
Yeah, I love that fucking band,
dude.
Oh my God, I love that band. Yeah, but early Blonde Redhead, it's like, see, I'm cool.
I saw that.
You know when he said, you know, can I just say something?
Hey, we'll clip it. We'll clip it.
You'll clip it.
We'll
okay,
make it
I'll sit down. Sorry. Right, but it's like, you know, especially the earlier stuff is kind of noisy, or like, but you can hear the melody, like, or the chorus is so melodic. When there was noise, and then the melody of the chorus hits you. It has that vibe to it. That Marauders. What's it called?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. We've toured with them. We're friendly with the members of Blonde Redhead.
Yeah, what's her name again?
Kazu.
Yeah. Is she Asian?
Yeah.
Not full though.
I think so. I think she's Japanese.
Oh, she is?
I think so.
What a fucking weird voice, huh? So good.
But it blends so well with his, because his voice has got that high register, and then she's just like higher.
But they're twins. The boys are twins, right? Yeah.
So talented.
I know.
I played a song with them off of the record that was called 21, or had a song called 21, when Dr. Strangelove was on that record.
It's the one with the tennis racket one with the girl, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I played live with him, so I had to learn one of their songs, and it's just like, dude, you're fucking genius, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's really a great songwriter, and then one of the greatest drummers, I think, in all of indie rock as well.
Oh wow, because it's the other brother.
Yeah. They're on another level.
Yeah, that one album, I forgot what it was, but it had just, and you'll probably know it. It has 6 red blocks in it. Something about lemons in it.
Yeah.
That album, it is commercial too. It's not as noisy as their previous stuff, but every song is so fucking good in that album.
I think it's cool. You know, they've become a meme.
Really?
Did you know this?
No.
They and I don't know if it was Rick and Morty that started it, but now like online, if there's ever like a clip where someone kind of dies inside, they play like da 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 da.
Yeah.
That's Blonde Redhead.
Oh wow, it is. Yeah.
And I don't think they knew that was happening, and I think I informed them that, like, you know,
Yeah.
they're a meme.
Funny.
Are they nice?
I love Rick
Oh,
and
they're the
Morty.
nicest people. Yeah, like the.
Would you
nicest.
say that we're nice?
Yes, I would. I mean, I feel like I know all of you from watching the show.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a couple things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you ever going to put out some music? How seriously do you take?
Oh my God, I can't even believe you're asking me that question. I'm
So let
sweating.
me, before he answers that, we've actually been trying to steal his iPad for the past 3 months because we want to extract a lot of his music. This guy stays up 4 hours every night just writing songs on GarageBand, and I think they're brilliant. But he doesn't think so he just keeps deleting them. But before he does, I want to take
No,
them.
I don't know. I bring it to the cloud.
So they are up on
they're
the
not-
cloud.
I cloud.
Skynet.
You did the there's like the intro theme and the outro theme, right? For
Yeah.
TigerBelly episodes on the YouTube.
They're both one, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
It's great.
It's not
really great.
I know, but it's 4 chords. You know what I mean? It's not. Here's what
I mean,
it is.
you know that doesn't 4 chords, 3 chords, 2 chords. You know, it doesn't matter.
Right.
They work for me. They work for me as like that. It's clear that you could do longer form pieces of music.
Here's the thing, right? Like when you write a song, right? Maybe it'll start with a D minor, and then you'll like use diminished notes, right?
Not knowingly, but sure.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know any music theory.
All right. Wow. So it's just instinctual.
Yeah.
Then yeah. But you'll use a diminished chord. And I'm like, yeah, I would never use that. I'm not a music guy, but I do know how, especially when modern pop music, generally it's 4 chords, 3 or 4 chords, and people use the same ones over and over again. It's just in terms of tempo or how you use it, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I know the basics, but I'm blushing right now. Maybe one day, I can grab your email. Maybe I could send you some stuff.
Dude, I'd love to hear.
But that would be.
I think even the fact that you're saying, that you're noticing the diminished chord. I mean, you're tuned in to, that's just sort of like having aesthetics, and that's what you would apply to your writing. So I feel like you're tuned in to the nuances of writing good and emotive music.
Yeah.
I think you should do it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think it has a lot to do with also just me, there's a difference between, and I've always said this to people, there's a difference between like being a technical musician and being like the Velvet Underground, right? Sometimes a band like the Velvet Underground, sometimes it's very primitive. It's like just, Mo Tucker, just, banging the thing. But sometimes it represents a culture, right? And they're talking about things that's never been talked about before, like S&M or about, transgender issues back in the 60s, right? About feeling, suicidal or whatnot, right? There's just, and like Interpol is one of those bands that is just hit at a time where it was just like, it just fits, the culture. And you guys are up there, man, with them, and
Thank you.
you're welcome.
You mentioned some bands earlier, and I wanted to say that. I mean, it's such an honor to be even considered in because I know what you mean about the impact that those other bands that you mentioned had, like on me, for instance. So,
Paul, though.
To be
when you
one of
look in the
those.
mirror,
You think?
You don't look in the mirror.
People make
did it earlier. He
people
looked in
make
the mirror.
assumptions.
He had cilantro in his
Actually,
mouth,
what was it? What I'm a big fan of Chris D'Elia, who I saw today actually.
Where?
I can't come to LA without bumping into Chris D'Elia.
Where are you still at the?
We obviously frequent all the same coffee spots and gyms. And
Does he know who you are?
I don't think so. No, we've never been introduced.
But you
I always see him,
But you have
and
verbal.
like there's even some eye contact, and you're just like, yeah.
But you have verbal conversations with him.
Never, no, never met him.
Wait, you're a big fan of hip hop, right?
Yes.
Which is what he could probably help you out with. But yeah, because Chris D'Elia is, there's a connection
that's his
there.
world.
Yeah,
I just think
that's his world.
he's I think a great comedian. But
Although
he was
you
in
would-
here, and he screamed at you in one episode that I am who I am in my head, and it was a very. I thought that was a lot was communicated there that I relate to. So what you presume when you say you look in the mirror and this, that I may not know shit, man. From
And I'm kidding, of course, because when people come up to me and go, I grew up watching you on Mad TV or whatever, I go, those piece of shit sketches? Like, I always downgrade it. But no, I mean, some people think that were helpful for them, in terms of that time in their lives where there was like a weird looking Asian guy back in the 90s who couldn't get any pussy. And all of a sudden on TV, there's this crazy guy on Saturday nights doing crazy shit. And then go, oh, I relate to that guy. But I don't, when I look in the mirror, I just go, hey, it's Bob.
I don't think you can't see your own charisma. I think that's.
I can't, no.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody could.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's interesting. When you want to do an unhelpful advice,
Well, but
I want to say
Are we all the way there at the end?
We got some Patreon questions.
we have
yes,
Patreon
yes,
questions
yes,
too.
We'd like to
let's do
ask them.
those.
This
Paul,
is
let me just
painting-
say this right. What?
Painting, by the way, is great. I really like that painting.
Also,
Is that fan art?
oh yeah, somebody painted that.
That's pretty
But also,
solid.
Paul, and I know that you're not good with, but I want to be your friend. I want to be friends with you. I think that the ping pong, I'll give you that opportunity.
He
Cool,
may
man.
never text you back, but in his mind, he's texting you back
Yeah,
and building a
I
friendship.
want to grab
No, I
some.
appreciate it. Thank you for
I want to
saying that.
grab some sort of information that I can get a hold of you.
I will give you
Instead
my
of it's
phone
like-
number, and
oh
we
my
can-
god, that's.
Are you
fucking,
going to text him back, though?
I found. Yes.
That'd be so funny after this.
Yeah.
He
I'll
never
post
texts you
it. I'll post it like
Yeah.
50 Cent if you don't reply after this.
Right, right. If he leaves you on red, please post that.
But you know what's so funny? Before he even came on here,
Yeah.
I googled some of his photos.
Yeah.
I just and there was a kid photo of him. I'm gonna use that as his photo
In your phone.
on my phone.
What, like smiling with an earring kid photo or what?
No, you were like in high school or something. I don't know what it is. You don't want that photo? It's gonna be just on my phone when you call.
Yeah,
it'll
feel
be your
free.
fucking
Yeah,
thing,
feel
man.
free.
Fuck.
Do
It doesn't fucking mean
all right,
anything.
man. Okay, cool.
Before we get to the Patreon questions, I want to ask you a question. Top 3 sci-fi movies everyone has to watch.
Ooh.
Because I know.
I'm I was at a boxing gym that I go to in LA today, and Sam Rockwell was there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what movie I'm going to reference right now?
Yep.
Yes, can I tell you?
Can you tell me what?
Moon?
Yeah, bro.
Love that.
I got to tell him once that, like, what a film, my friend.
Wow.
Have you ever got to tell an actor, like, what your favorite movie was, and you kind of felt like that they were like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That was a good one, I know.
Yeah.
Like I told Colin Farrell, In Bruges was.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
what a fucking
my
movie.
favorite one.
And I kind of, you know, maybe
Yeah.
I'm projecting, but I kind of felt like he was like,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
He did it bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid to throw it out because I don't want people to, but I did with you, with the,
Yeah.
No, but it's a funny thing to go up to like to a stranger,
Right.
And even if it's complimentary, like I don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go up to Crystalia because I don't just approach people that I don't know just to compliment them. But that's my personality. I always like it when people come up to me and compliment me. I don't know why I don't apply that the other way around.
I should do that then because maybe it's unexpected or whatever.
It's not people like compliments.
Yeah,
Okay,
they do.
so
Okay.
Moon.
For sure, yeah.
I don't know. Shit.
You're the
Name
sci-fi
one
guy.
Sci-fi.
Well, you would have to say just because of it's not like the most fun movie to watch. The
Core.
But 2001
Yeah,
Space
I knew
Odyssey.
you were
I mean,
gonna
you would
say
have to
2001.
say that.
You have to say that, but then someone else is going to say I have to say like Solaris, and I don't.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Another thing that
I really love Sunshine.
oh, that was a good one.
I love Sunshine,
With the
which
guy-
I saw like the same year I saw Moon, and I think they came out the same year.
Same year. It's the guy, your guy from
Chris
Peaky
Evans.
Blinders. Peaky Blinders, right? Peaky
Cillian Murphy or
Cillian
Cillian
Yeah.
Murphy, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Yeah, he's in
It's
that.
really good.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
I have it
it's
on
good.
DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll watch it. But then here's another one that you would have to say, just because it did so much as Alien, the first one,
Of
Yeah.
course.
Bruh. Yeah.
right?
Alien 1 and 2.
Right.
Bruh. I mean, how about Terminator 1 and Terminator 2?
That you could
is
say
that sci-fi?
those two. You know what I like about Alien 1? And this is what I like about 70s actors, like Harry Dean Stanton.
Great.
You can't, there's no actor now that looks like that. That represent, like even when he was in Paris, Texas, like he just looks like an everyday man, weathered, right? Believable.
Hang dog, or was it hang?
Yeah, what is
it
that?
hang dog?
Yeah,
Hang
yeah.
jaw? Hang dog? Or-
Yeah. But but the Alien is a great movie. It's set
Oh
the
right,
second
he's
one.
like the mechanic
Right.
with the cat, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gets eaten. Yeah.
Ian Holm is in it too. Okay, what else?
This question is from Paulo Zapatana. Weirdest fan interaction, good or bad?
When is it good or bad?
No, weirdest
Weirdest
fan
fan.
interaction, whether it was a good experience or bad experience.
I don't know. I gotta get my anecdotes ready.
Have you ever been attacked? Where you're
On
like
stage,
concerned?
I had somebody not where I was concerned. No, I had someone like jump up on stage and take a cigarette out of my mouth once.
No, don't do
But
that.
I'm generally kind of lost in the moment, and I was like not really aware. And so as long as you know what I mean, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get pushed over, so it's just sort of the moment came and went.
Do you get
I don't
weirded
know,
out
unlike-
with women and stuff after shows? Like I'm sure people hit on you all the time. I mean, that must be.
No, and I was gonna say actually, the early days were a little different, and I
Yeah.
think when you were kind of asking like when it happened, how did it feel? And the first tour where we were in a van, and every show was kind of like, oh my god, today's sold out, and then you drive in the van next place, and oh my god, it's sold out.
Yeah.
That was an amazing period of time.
Right.
That was a really really special moment. And back then, you would go out to like a fan's house and to after parties with just your fans, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh
and really
my
connected.
god!
Then you get to another kind of like level, and
It gets weird.
dudes run a lot of interference.
Yeah. It also
And
gets.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't encounter a lot of girls hitting on me after shows now.
Yeah. I remember opening for Paulie.
Yeah.
Those were fun because he brought out just a wild back in the day. But as you get older, I have to headline. I have to, you know what I mean? I woke up, I had to do press. It's just too much going on. I'm now, and I also don't cheat. So it's like, I mean, I have a beautiful woman at home, But,
Spun around.
yeah,
Jesus.
but as a young man, when I first did live shows, those were so good. They're so good stuff. I liked it.
Yeah.
How long do you go on the road when you go on the road?
Oh, I'll just do a weekend, and like I'm going to Cincinnati this weekend.
Cincinnati, yeah.
2 nights, and I come home.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then I don't do cities like you guys do. That must be a fucking
Hotel living is a thing. Yeah, 2 nights would be good. Would be better.
Why can't you guys do that? Though? Why can't you just do, 1 weekend you do show, 2 show to cities, then spend 2 weeks home, and then do another weekend?
It's there's like economics.
Okay.
Because if you're gonna have all your team available for you,
That's right.
then they can't take other work. So you kind of got to like cram it all in.
As a comic, I go by myself.
Yeah.
You imagine what they have to bring, everything.
Yeah.
Right. You have a crew.
Got a crew.
Okay. Next question.
One more question from Mary Mordos. Do you have any guilty pleasure songs that you secretly listen to?
Nothing secret. I'm not embarrassed about what I like. But I don't know, like shit.
What's unexpected?
Yeah.
Something new, maybe.
I mean, there'll be like the odd Katy Perry song that I think is good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
He recently discovered Whitney Houston. Very recently.
She's good. She was amazing. She was. Really amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? When you grew up with punk or alternative music, and when you hear Whitney Houston in an elevator, you in your mind you don't go, "Oh, I gotta get this."
Mm-hmm.
But then as you get older, you start appreciating people that have the talent of their vocal cords, control.
Yeah, I mean
depth.
Mariah Carey, same deal.
Yeah, same deal.
She
right.
can sing, man.
But Adele too. But before that, before in my 30s, I wouldn't know who anyone was because I didn't appreciate that. I appreciated like bands.
But that's the mainstream. And when you're growing up and you're into like indie music, then obviously like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's my parents' music. But no,
Shade.
You know what I used to do is I went and bought back when there was no internet or whatever. You had to buy CDs, and I was living in San Diego, and I hid Sarah McLachlan's Surfacing underneath my bed
Oh my god.
as a CD. And then when all my roommates left, I would pull that and an Enya album and lay there and
But
listen to
Enya
it.
is legit.
That's
you
your
know what?
nudie magazine?
When we go on
so
road
funny?
trips,
I love it.
it's always a Sarah McLachlan, just a frenzy. He
Love it.
plays
I
like
feel
6 songs in a row. He cries.
Yeah.
What's her song? Because I think I bought that for my mom because because she had a song that I thought was really, really beautiful, and I wonder if
Was
it's
it Ice
surfacing.
Cream?
No, it's Adia.
Adia? Is it Adia?
I
Is
think
it,
I would need
Hold
a
on.
lyric or.
You know how to sing it. You
Yeah.
sing it. Don't pretend like you don't know her entire.
I know, but I've never said a fucking Sarah McLachlan song on Pressure Zone. You're pressuring me into it.
Yeah.
If you gave me the lyrics, if I looked up the lyrics, you know what I mean? I'll sing it. You know? I'll get it. I'll fucking get it.
Yeah.
You fucking assholes. You don't think I can sing it, dude? I'll fucking sing it right now. I don't give a fuck, dude.
You want a challenge?
I'm gonna challenge you right now, right? So just say, give me 1 second here. Adia, Sarah McLachlan lyrics. There we go. Boom.
Okay, hold on. Play them. We might play them.
Adia, I do believe I failed you.
I don't think it goes like that.
How do I do it?
Sing,
Give me the
sing-
tone. Give me
sing
the tone.
main part.
What?
This one.
You start it.
No.
Yeah.
This bear.
So much
'Cause
pressure.
we were born.
Oh yeah. I got it. 'Cause we were born innocent. Believe me, Adia, we are still innocent. It's easy, we all falter. Does it matter?
Yes,
Right?
yes, that one.
Right?
That's
Did
not
I
the-
not hit a couple of the good notes?
Was that the
did.
one your mom liked?
No, that's not the one.
Shit.
Damn it.
You
I've
stop
never
me
heard
when I'm
that.
starting it,
I don't know, man. I
Almost let you go the whole song.
was waiting.
Song, Paul.
I was waiting to catch the hook.
That's not it then. No,
it's not.
Yeah, okay. Well,
We
fuck
tried.
Sarah
We tried.
McLachlan, yeah. You
Unhelpful
want to do
advice?
unhelpful advice?
Unhelpful Advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Paul Banks.
Hi guys, I'm a huge fan. I know this question seems pretty tame compared to some of the stuff you usually talk about, but I had nobody else to turn to. My problem is that my girlfriend can't sing. Now, usually this isn't such a big deal, but the problem is my girlfriend wants to be a professional singer. She is a hard worker and she's dedicated a lot of energy and time into practice and lessons. She's also traditionally attractive. Despite this, she can never seem to get an opportunity to perform professionally and doesn't know why. She thinks it's because she's a person of color, but the reality is she's completely tone deaf. She spent money to get semi-professional recordings of herself, and it still doesn't register. I try to be as supportive as I can be and keep the shadow play to a minimum. Should I just be straight up with her and ruin her dream, or just stay out of it? I just feel like she could be devoting her time and money to something more fruitful. Wow.
Oh, shit.
His name is D.
I've done that with, there was a stand-up that I dated.
Okay.
And she was fucking terrible. And for 6 months, I would say, yeah, you're good. Just keep working. And then one day I just realized she doesn't have it. Any of it. And I just got out of the situation, you know? You know, you can't support mediocrity. You can't blow wind up somebody's ass and tell them that they're good. Or do you think you lie? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I would lie.
You would?
I like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would never be comfortable, shitting on somebody's dream. But yeah.
But even Paul, but just listen. Even if, let's suppose, they were absolutely tone deaf and just had no business whatsoever. They don't know anything about songwriting or anything.
I see what you're saying, though. He doesn't have to be the one to break the news. At some point, life might do that.
Well, and I would say, yeah, life will. Like it probably, if she's terrible, then it's just not really going to work out. But he could also take creative angles and say, like, why don't we use some auto tune? Because the kids like it. Shadow into some production.
Yeah, shadow play. Yeah.
Is that, what do you mean? What is shadow play? I don't know if I've heard this term before. I'm serious.
I know. Well, there's a song called Shadow Play.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it means from the song, but I use it, in terminologies, you know. And to me, I just made up the meaning of the word. Oh. So the meaning to me is doing stuff that's kind of lying.
But not blatant.
It's like lying.
Helping someone out in a subtle lie.
Right.
Okay. Can
Like
it also be like being manipulative though?
A little bit, yes.
But
yes.
white like being kind of like, it's not, your intentions aren't, awful or bad. You're just being playful.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. You have to do shadow play in many circumstances in life.
Auto-tune is shadow play.
Yeah,
okay,
auto-tune is shadow play.
I was kind of like, why do I not know this term?
I know.
Explain it to me.
Well, I made it up. Yeah, I mean, isn't that's a Joy Division song, right? Shadow play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know as much as I should know.
Yeah, but
About
when you listen to the lyrics, you don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just used it.
It's a great term.
Yeah.
I really like
Let's use
this
it.
term, and I'll propagate that and credit you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also just I don't even identify with the impulse that this guy's having to kind of like, I don't know. I feel like if someone is happy and they're your partner, I feel like if you desperately need them to be making money to help support like a child you have, then you might have to give them tough love about like, this is not practical. You're not going to make money doing that. But if this is something that's making this, girl happy, then I think you should just be encouraging and not like what's your beef,
But
bruh?
what about for you, when you found out that the girl didn't have it in comedy, did that turn you off? Did her lack of talent turn you off? But
She
her
wouldn't fuck-
perseverance.
well, it was an unrequited situation.
oh,
as
okay. Well, that doesn't count.
She wouldn't fuck me.
You said she was your
then go for
girlfriend.
it.
Well, I thought she was. Well, I can blast her name out right now.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do
Please
it.
Don't.
But she was the one also that I took to that Fox party, and she gave her a business card
that one.
to the president of Fox. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, you fucking crazy bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
no, I
bring
agree with you.
a date to a fucking Fox party, and she leaves the table and goes to the president
Yeah,
of Fox. And
that's
I'm a
that's
comedian
embarrassing.
too.
Here's
That's
my
embarrassing.
Here's my
That's-
headshot.
Right, and she's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, ooh.
And then I dragged her from the table, and I go, "I'm so sorry." Right, and I go, "This is not how you make it."
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an agent and you do the Tonight Show, and then eventually people ask you to do shit.
Did you ever watch the episode where Joe Rogan was talking to Brendan Schaub? Are you a Joe Rogan fan?
I love Joe.
Yeah. So when he told Brendan to not be in the UFC anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. I remember
That was
that.
intense.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
intense.
Tense, yeah.
That was really, I was like,
Comfortable. Yeah.
yeah.
And then what did Brendan say?
He took it really well, if I remember. But yeah, Joe was just kind of like, I saw your last fight, and I don't think you have this. Like, I don't think you have this mentally, I think was the gist he was saying. And it was really tough love. But it came across as the good kind. Like, it seemed like very good, loving life advice to his buddy. And obviously, it's like things have gone very well for Brendan since then.
And also, that's a very costly sport, too. You know, where it's, it would warrant that kind of conversation where you're like, hey, dude, your life's on the line. Maybe consider not getting your brain bashed in anymore. So
I just got goosebumps when you said that. Because I didn't realize that conversation had happened. I don't know Brendan Schaub from UFC. I know Brendan Schaub as a comedian. And he's good.
He's good, huh?
Right? He's getting better. The other day he pulled up in his brand new Porsche. Listen, why are you cackling? All right? He pulled up to the comedy store. And, usually comics, when they pull up the comedy store, you can't park there. Only the best park there. Like, I park there. Rogan parks there. Dalia, we all get to park there. Yeah. But Brandon just went right in, got out of the car, and they all, like he's a part of it. And in my head, I do know that Brendan was a fighter. I never saw any of his fights. But it's so crazy to think that he reinvented himself by doing something else. And Joe probably saved his life. And that's when you said that, I got fucking goosebumps.
And Joe probably also saw a bunch of other things that he was capable of doing. Because I bet you anything, if it was a guy who didn't have a lot of other types of potential, and it was just this like raw fighter, and it's really all he had going, you'd be a little bit more cautious to tell him to stop making a living. But he probably saw Brendan as someone funny and good on a mic and all these things that he is now.
Totally.
I don't know why, and I'm sure Joe's gonna hear about it because I'm gonna say this now, but I'm so intimidated by him in a way. When I see him, he always says hi. He always hugs me. One time he kissed me in the cheek. Right, I've heard him talk about me on his podcast. Like people give me clips. Yeah. I saw Bobby Lee there, and he said, "Killed it in the." So there's no. I mean, we're friends, but there is just some because of the fact that, it's either he's an alpha male and I'm not, or he was a headliner when I started. But there's something going on psychologically that when I'm around him, I'm aware that I'm around him. I'm not like that with Dana Carvey or anybody else, like anyone big. It's him, and Mark Maron is the same way.
Is it alpha, or is it just that he's very comfortable in his own skin?
Wow. I don't think he's necessarily. He's a very knowing man. He's a very brilliant, intelligent guy.
He's very smart. Yeah,
and I think maybe you think he's always going to have something back to say to you if you were to like misspeak, maybe.
No, that's not what it is either.
Do you have someone in your life that you feel that same way about, where you're like, whoa, I don't know why. I mean, he's a peer of mine, but you have that reverence. Like
I've had it.
Yeah.
I don't have it that I can think of right now, but I've definitely had it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Like looking up to somebody, and I think it was uncomfortable at the time to be that sort of in awe of a peer.
Yeah.
But then I resolved it. Yeah. And then I think you just have to, love yourself and love them.
Right. Like, it's getting better. I'm not saying, because before I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago, I would be like, oh yeah, okay,
But it's so funny that you say that, because you guys have you've had bonding experiences with Joe where you almost got killed at the strip club together.
I know.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I've had.
That's because you were, and it was you.
It was him.
Right? Yeah, it was you. That's a good story.
What?
It was you. Not that you were inadvertently generating the danger.
Yeah.
And Joe was like,
we gotta get out.
Joe was like, they have guns, and you're like, I don't give a fuck.
I know
that part, right?
But first of all, can I just say this? I'm 47. I must have been 25 years old when that happened.
Yeah.
I was, and also, if you see photos of me at 25, I look like I'm 11.
Dude, Hellboy. What's the scene?
The new one coming out?
Yeah. What's the scene? Did you go?
The scene? No. Have you seen it?
I went.
Did you like it?
I love the actor.
Love him.
Oh, I love
guy
him.
from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Great actor, and he was in a great movie called A Walk Among the Tombstones with Liam Neeson. That's a good kind of noir-y Liam Neeson movie. After, Taken, after that, he's been doing all these kind of movies. Also, his last one that he fucked up in when he was promoting it, and he said that anecdote.
Yeah.
That movie he's promoting is fucking awesome. Cold Pursuit. Seriously.
Do you think that absolves him then of what he said in that interview?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's... No, they've got no relation. But my feelings on what he said in that interview, I don't know. That's a nuanced thing. I don't. As a soundbite, terrible.
Terrible.
What I think is in his heart, not so bad at all.
Right.
And I've done days where I've done too many interviews and like some filter fucking breaks, and you just say crazy shit. Or
That's
like,
us every
time.
day.
Yeah.
This podcast.
But I love that about your podcast. I mean, to reciprocate a little bit of the fandom, I think it's like the candor and the honesty that goes on this show is just really, I think it's something that I really enjoy and that I think enriches me, and I think that's part of what why
whatever you're doing right now, man.
Papaya and,
I mean,
Make it a song.
Oh my god.
No, it's a really beautiful thing that you guys do. I really think
oh
this
my
is
god.
special.
I hate compliments, but oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, look at him though.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. And I also, I want to say something back. The last thing I want to say is that your defeat. No, I'm not. You have skills.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
And I do believe, right, in any given moment, you can win.
Wow. All right.
Handedly.
Okay.
So when, we're going to get information, right? Next time how long are you in LA for right now?
I leave tomorrow.
Where you
going
going?
to Denver to start tour.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Where would you play ping pong in LA?
We're going to...
Hyundai.
Well, there's in Koreatown, during the day, there is a place called Hyundai. It's a Korean spa, but above is this big ping pong facility.
Whoa,
People
bro.
really show up like decked out like Olympians there.
Yeah, like with the
they're
outfits, the whole
serious,
thing.
yeah.
But we're going to get a new house, and when I get the new house, I'm going to set up a full-blown thing.
Cool. Congratulations on getting a new house. That's exciting.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Ask Khalyla. I was really kind of nervous about having him here.
He was
I was
pacing.
pacing.
He was pacing around
I was
the
really
room for
pacing,
30
but
minutes.
let me
We all
say something.
He was so
Let me say
nervous he
something
tucked
right
his
now.
shirt into his underwear.
Yeah, I always fucking do that. But I always fucking do that. But don't. But the thing is that. But I'm telling you right now, dude, we are gonna have him back.
Yes.
Number one, and number two, if you ever need anything, right? Anything plugged, you come to TigerBelly when you're ever in LA. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Your family here. Okay. Give him a round of applause, everybody. It was fucking great.
We'll be right back with some housekeeping.
We're going to take a second for our sponsors.
ProFlowers.com. You guys, I use ProFlowers.com when I send Khalyla roses and flowers, and I send my mother flowers and roses and such. If you don't like flowers, you're from the netherworld. You're from a dark place. Because flowers is God's gift to us as humans, okay? Right now, get 1 dozen assorted roses for $19.99. Double the roses and get a premium vase for just $9.99 more. You can find $9.99 underneath your couch, okay? You know what you can do at ProFlowers.com, guys? It lets you choose for a variety of bouquets and unique vases that suit every mom's style. And it's Mother's Day, you have to send it, okay? So visit ProFlowers.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and enter my code BELLY. Again, go to the microphone in the upper right corner and enter my code BELLY. BELLY is how you spell it. That's ProFlowers.com, guys. Do it now. Your mother deserves it. Now. Do it now.
Now, back to the show.
Hey, everyone. Wow, Paul Banks and Bobby Lee. What a combination, huh?
That was exciting.
He was so nervous before. He came up to me, George, was freaking out.
I know. Then he was like, I gotta be in the room. No, I gotta be in the living room. No, I gotta be in the podcast room. And then he runs back to to our bedroom, and then he tucks his shirt. Usually he just tucks it into his pants, but he tucked it so tight into his underwear that it came out the bottom end. A shirt, you can see the shirt like come through the leg part of the underwear. I was like, oh yeah.
He's nervous.
His nerves are set in.
I don't think he's been this nervous before. He's definitely been nervous certain guests, but not like this.
Because this is special, right? This is
Yeah.
everything that's come full circle for him. You know how Bobby believes in manifestation?
Yeah.
So for him, this is something that he feels like he manifested by just saying yes to going to San Diego to watch Interpol, to having, you know, enough confidence to ask for a photo, and then the whole ping pong thing. You know, we went home after Bobby won those two games, and I've never seen him on such a high. He was like, that possibly was the greatest night of my life.
Love it.
Because he didn't fail. He was able to make a connection with someone who he admires. And then he didn't make a fool of himself. He didn't stay long enough to make a fool of himself. And then he just took off. And I remember we were just riding this high. And the next 3 days after that, we were like, can you believe that happened? Can you believe that? And I still have a picture. I posted it in my poster, and I posted of Interpol and me. I cut out Bobby because he looked a little too fucking happy in the photo.
Like kind of killing
Instagram.
the vibe, killing the vibe a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Also, Paul said nosotros papaya.
So many clips.
So many clips for this. Thank you, Paul. Guys, if you want to email us any unhelpful,
well, let's promote his album real quick.
Oh yes, what is that? Fine Mess, his EP, it will be coming out May 17th. So make sure you check that out.
We'll put it on the description.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description, guys. But he came to promote that, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, it went so quick that I forgot to promote the thing I came on."
We should remind people if they want. You know what I mean? Hey,
I think Bobby usually does that though at the end. It's like, hey, we want to promote, but he got nervous.
I felt like we were more on friend mode, so we forgot.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like if it didn't feel like a business transaction, it felt more like, oh yeah, this is the right podcast guest.
Yeah.
You know,
damn, he's cool.
The vibe was on.
So cool.
So help our new best friend Paul Banks with when Interpol's next album comes out.
I think he is our new favorite.
Yeah, May 17th.
It's hard to top the feeling, you know.
Yep,
that's tough. Guys, but yes, if you want to email us any unhelpful advice, you can do it at our new email, which is adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. And thanks again to our sponsors, Ridge Wallet, 23andMe, and Quip. Get the last wallet you'll ever buy at ridgewallet.com and use the promo code BELLY. Get $30 off your mom's new gift that you're going to buy her, which is her health and ancestry kit at 23andme.com/TigerBelly. And for your free Quip refill pack with your order, go to getquip.com/belly right now. And thanks to everyone who wrote us iTunes reviews last week. We appreciate it. And just like how Paul Banks says it, nosotros papaya to you, my friends. Because if you haven't left us a review, George will lose his mind and go crazy.
George is too friendly for that.
I'm just kidding. Any thoughts on Game of Thrones?
Oh my God, we didn't even talk
just
about that.
Just a brief overview. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Spoiler alert then. Let's
spoiler alert. I'm not going to say anything.
Just general, yeah.
All I'm tired of are fucking naysayers and joy suckers.
Who's that?
Bobby Lee.
Oh.
Because while we're watching it, we're crying, we're celebrating, we're mourning, we're going through the entire gamut of emotions. Sure. We're doing it all. And when the credits roll, we're hugging each other, and we were like, that was a masterpiece. But then he gets easily swayed. He goes into the interwebs and he starts reading things about, and then now he thinks he has to critique it as well. And I think that just sucks the joy out of just the viewing experience. Here's a thing that I've spent like the last fucking 10 years of my life, 8 years of my life watching. At this point, I've been happy with everything they've put out. Mm-hmm. So what if this should have been this or that? I don't care. It's how I felt, right? And we felt amazing. Mournful, but amazing after last night's episode.
He came in like naysaying because he wanted to, and then he couldn't help but get like sucked into like the hype and just started to get like slowly got excited again, like through talking about it.
Talking blasphemy, yeah.
Yeah, he was like...
He was, right?
He came in wanting to be the naysayer, and then just slowly like we kept on talking, and he was like... It was so good though, right? It was like...
Yeah, and we watched it again like 2 more times last night, and I think he just gets really swayed by people's like pessimism, and it's like, God, just enjoy something for what you experienced and felt at that moment. Who cares what the internet says?
Yeah.
You know?
Joy sucker.
It's a fucking
that
joy
sounds
sucker.
like a Game of Thrones sword.
That was the funniest thing you said before.
Joy sucker.
Stop being a joy sucker.
That's what he is. And then the whole before Paul Banks got here, did you not hear him? I'm not a joy sucker. I'm not a joy sucker. I'm like, you're a joy sucker. And then we were fighting about that, and then it was just a weird energy here before all of that happened.
Yeah.
I've never seen Bobby like that before.
Well, Paul Banks did it, so.
Oh, guys, please go see The Slept King at Liberty Funny Bone in Cincinnati this weekend.
Yeah, and the week after, I believe, or
And
2 weeks after?
2 weeks from now,
Tempe.
he is at the Tempe Improv. So make sure you go to BobbyLeeLive.com for more dates and ticket links.
Absolutely. And guys, a lot of you probably saw this post on Bobby's Instagram about like a wanted poster or a flyer that was posted outside their home. And you're probably like, wow, what does all that mean? Well, Bobby and Khalyla explain all the drama behind that on our Patreon. So if you want to take a listen to that, you can head over to patreon.com/TigerBelly. But we felt like this is a story that needs to be shared with the masses. So
I mean, yes, but there's also some parts where I'm like, why did I reveal that about myself?
basically, Khalyla
What's that, Lex?
she reveals her true colors as a hood rat.
Why do I have to be a hood rat? Why can't I just been like a regular, like,
Rat.
wannabe gangbanger?
She's a gangbanger. You're gonna see the
But
real
no, a
Khalyla.
wannabe. I wasn't a real gangbanger, and I wasn't a real tagger. It was just me trying to like assimilate into American culture as a fucking young Filipino kid. And I was like, what are these kids doing? Oh shit, I have good handwriting. I want to tag some shit up too.
Damn, you dropping bars right now? Damn.
Did it sound like
It
it?
sounded like you're dropping bars.
A young Filipino
I'm
kid.
a young Filipino kid coming over here to Pasadena. I'm trying to tag these streets with people stopping me. The man is stopping me.
You forgot the word assimilate.
I just like why you wanted to get into tagging is like, I've got really good handwriting. These guys, their handwriting, not as good. I've got better handwriting.
But it's true because like
Very good
even
handwriting, yeah.
like I can write alibata, I can write like calligraphy really well. I have really good penmanship. It's something that you're taught in the Philippines. So I was like, why don't I put my good
Naturally.
skills to use?
Yeah, become a tagger.
And fucking be a wannabe, tagger. And so, yes, go listen to the Patreon and where I reveal things like I completely regret because I've been getting so many messages about it. I'm like, why did I reveal that?
For everybody watching the YouTube, we released this on the main TigerBelly feed on audio.
So all your
So that's,
platforms. Yeah, you could listen to the
except for YouTube.
except for YouTube, yes.
So you have to go to the audio platform where we released it for free,
yes, and
even
that
though it's
is-
a Patreon.
then just if you're like scrolling,
Did that make any sense? Okay.
it makes sense. If you're scrolling, the episode is called it's Patreon. Yeah, it's Patreon episode. It's entitled "Bobby Lee is Wanted," and the reason we're telling you about that is because
New merch drop.
There's a new merch drop, but it's going to be a very quick turnaround. And the way this is going to work is we're turning that flyer into a shirt, and you can hear why we are doing that on the podcast.
You guys,
Kyle has certain emotions about.
Let me
this.
tell you something. This merch is gonna go really fast, and I think this is such a classic TigerBelly story, and it's so on brand with Bobby. So please, if you listen to the Patreon, and when that shirt drops, get your hands on it immediately because I think to me it's gonna be my favorite shirt to date.
It's pretty insane.
It's very meaningful to me. It has deep meaning for me.
A lot of charged emotion there.
Yeah.
So announcement right now to all of you listeners. This Wednesday, is that the new one? One second, let me get this out. So this Wednesday, if you're listening or watching on YouTube, you'll probably be seeing it on YouTube the day after, but May 1st, we are opening the window to purchase this shirt. So you can go to the TigerBelly. I'm trying to get this information out.
Spit it out, Gilbert.
It's going to be at thetigerbelly.com. The way it's going to work is we're going to be open for 7 days. George, how long is the store going to be open? Repeat.
7 days.
So May 1st to what?
8th. Come on, dude.
Good. It was a test to make sure everyone good. So keep that in mind. You have 7 days to place an order on the shirt, and the shirts will not get you right away because we're gonna print them literally this week.
Everyone gets a shirt who buys it.
Yeah.
7 days.
If anyone,
Oh right, it will not sell out because it's what do you call it?
Basically, you have 7 days. We're gonna leave the
Yeah.
store open 7 days. Pre-order, and then if you order one, you'll get the shirt. But after that 7 days, it shuts down. So make sure you go online to thetigerbelly.com on May 1st and get a shirt. Cool. Anyone else? Any shout-outs? Want to talk about what you were laughing about when I was telling this Love
Whoever,
Kingdom
I want to
info?
do a shout out to whoever
let me-
made that flyer.
Yeah, let me find it real
There's
quick.
someone superimposed Bobby's face into Pablo Escobar's mugshot,
And it
and
said?
it changed the information of the flyer. Here, let me see it. It says
let me find
plata o caca. Instead of plata o plomo.
Oh my gosh, George, where can we follow you on the social media?
George_Kimmel.
Khalyla, where can people follow?
At Calamity K.
Hey, Bryce, where can people follow you?
Bryce Halleck.
Yep, that's it, Bryce Halleck. And for all things Bobby Lee, you can go at Bobby Lee Live or BobbyLeeLive.com. And you know what? I'll throw my handle out there at Gilbert.
Hold on, let me
So
see
yeah,
this.
shout out to Reddit user Rexy123344 for making the Bobby as Pablo Escobar
Show it on
poster.
camera.
It's not going to show up
It's
because
not
it's.
going to show up.
But
Yummy.
I was going to read it, but it's
Here, I
okay.
can
it's
read
pretty.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
God, wait it.
dead
I'm not a
air.
professional actor,
You know what? I'm
Gilbert.
gonna post this to
I'm
I'm gonna post this to our TigerBelly Instagram.
okay. You can all see it yesterday
So I'm
on our
gonna post
TigerBelly
this.
Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it so I don't have to read it. Definitely. That is so fucking funny though.
That's funny. All right, guys, that's our show. Hope you enjoyed the dead air, and have a good night. Bye.
Chocolate